Hello YouTube, Freddie Cardona here. In this episode of Pride in Paterson, I want to show you a neighborhood that I frequented as I was growing up. And we used to ride our bicycles all around this particular area that I'm about to show you. I'm sitting right here, right off of Market Street and 28th Street. It's the site of the current Martin Luther King Jr. public school here in Paterson, New Jersey. And to my right, there's a funeral home, the Martinez Funeral Home. And that's where a lot of the primarily Hispanic community would have their memorial services. And there is another one now in Paterson. I believe it's Alvarez Funeral Home. But those were the two funeral homes we have currently for the Hispanic community. But my early memories was always the Martinez Funeral Home here to my right. And maybe I'll show you a little bit of that here. It's actually right behind me. There's the parking lot. I don't know if you can see that, but that's the parking lot to it. And this is the parking lot right here. I was showing you the rear, not the parking lot. This is the parking lot. So yeah, I guess this is the starting point for this particular tour. So we're going to head on out. We have a stop sign here, so please, for anyone driving in Paterson or any other city for that matter, please make sure you come to a full stop. I always try to. Of course, I'm human and every now and then I forget. But what I do is I always get to a stop sign and I count at least to two. I'll go 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000. So to my right, you'll see the Rutland building here. That's what this building here is called for MLK. And we're making a left on 19th Avenue. Up ahead is Guernsey Crest ice cream. That's another popular spot here in Paterson. I have a quick video on that, and I will put it in the description. So this here is let's see what street we are on. Some of you may already know the street number or the street name, whichever applies. So I wanted to show you what once was the site of the old Pathmark supermarket. I don't know how far back Pathmark went. I'm sure if there's anyone that remembers another supermarket that would have been here at this time, just let us know in the description. So let's see, let's come in here. There we go. So this site right here used to be the site of the old Pathmark. Then it turned into a Food Basics. Before Pathmark, I don't know what it was, but I just wanted to show you some of the establishments here. So this place is called Gala Fresh Farms. We have a dialysis center, a Chinese food establishment, cleaners, a liquor store, and a Metro PCS. We also have a giant laundromat here, which there is a sign that says it's closed. Steve's Giant Laundromat there to the right. So this is where we used to go. I remember my dad and we used to come here and we get our groceries and we bring them home. So here we have a stop sign, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to do the 2-second rule. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000. Let's do another 1,000 just to be sure. And we're on East 30th Street and 18th Avenue. So let's go up one block here. When we were young, we used to have a bunch of friends in this area, and we'd in the mornings, on Saturday mornings, we'd get on our bikes and drive around and ride out to these neighborhoods and go see our friends. They'd come out, they'd get their bikes, and we'd go out bike riding 1 1000, 2 1000. I'm trying to hold myself to this now that I told you guys. Okay, I always look both ways. A lot of times, even if you do not have to stop, it's always smart to go a little slow and just kind of take a look. Both sides, make sure no one's coming. Because while you may be the safest driver in the world, someone else may not be paying attention. They might be on their phones, they might be texting or what have you. So even though I make a full stop here, I will still be careful when I cross the intersection. You have to be careful because these cars will not stop. Oh, okay. So we just cut across Park Avenue. We are on 15th Avenue. We're still continuing on 30th, East 30th Street. Did I stop back there? I don't remember. I may have done a Jersey roll, which is you're driving slow and then you just keep going. So that's what I was telling you guys. I will try my best to do that. I always try to do that at every stop. Make sure I do a full stop because you just never know. Here I have to do a full stop, right? Because cars were coming. So I'm going to make a left-hand turn here on 14th Avenue and East 30th Street. This can be, I guess, primarily called the east side of Paterson. I wanted to show you this area because this is the area that I hung out in when we were little. We're now coming across East 27th Street. Now this is a four-way stop sign. The way it works, obviously everyone knows, if someone's at the intersection first, they go. Then the second person that was in the intersection goes, then the third, then the fourth. And of course, a lot of times we use the honor system. Sometimes we don't know who got there first, but you let someone go. I'm going to make a right turn on East 26th Street. I like that it's a sunny day today. For the past 3 days, we've had nothing but rain, rain, rain. And I guess that's good. At least our summer we won't have a drought hopefully this summer. So now we are on Broadway. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. And we have on Broadway, we have a fruit stand over there where we can stop and get some fresh fruits if we want to. They have pineapple, I think grapefruit, some others. I couldn't really tell. So we just come across Broadway, continuing north. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is 12th Avenue. We're gonna go 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. I know that's gonna get pretty annoying if I do that at every stop sign, so I won't do it again. I'll just do it quietly in my head. Now we're going on 12th Avenue, and again, some folks will say that we're approaching some of the bad areas here in Paterson, and there are bad areas. But one of the things I take offense to is that people say that the entire city is bad, and it isn't. We have bad neighborhoods, but we also have good neighborhoods. This is East 23rd Street. This is one of your more economically depressed areas here, and it would be nice to have some development, some manufacturing companies come in and give jobs to a lot of Patersonians. We're now on Madison Avenue and 12th Avenue as engine number 5 heads southbound on Madison Ave. So we're going to go straight here on 12th Avenue. So as we cross Madison Avenue, we'll see Calvary Baptist Family Life Center to our left. We have Great Falls Pizzeria and Restaurant to our right. And we're now on East 18th Street. We have a barber shop here to our right and a salon right across the street. So I wonder if they're enemies. Well, a salon is different than a barber, right? Because for barbers, it's usually the guys. Salons usually for females and hairstyles. But it does say top-notch barber and salon. So I'm wondering if there's a rivalry here between these two establishments. One is called Jersey's Finest, and the other one is Top Notch. So I guess one of the barbershops is the finest one, and the other one is a top-notch barbershop. We're here on Governor Street. We're going to make a left-hand turn on Governor Street, which is a one-way, so I can't make a right-hand turn. So we are making the left-hand turn. We got the railroad tracks. We used to also walk on these tracks. We used to walk from our house on East 18th Street by the old Wonder Bread factory and walk north all the way up to the bridge, the River Street, I think. And we'd go over that bridge, and that was the most scariest walk because those railroad plank thingies, it didn't look like it would hold us. It just looked so weak, but we would still walk across it. Now realizing that if a train came at that moment, we'd have nowhere to go but into the river. But good times, right? When you're a kid, you don't think about these things. We're coming across Rosa Parks Boulevard. And anyone who's ever watched my channel know that, yes, I show a lot of the famous spots in Paterson, but I can't be accused of showing only the good parts. I show everything because Paterson is not just... Paterson isn't, of course, just the stuff that I show. It's also the good and the bad. But I have to tell you that every major city that was founded on industry, on manufacturing, and the manufacturing and those industries have gone, a lot of those major cities went into disrepair. And a lot of the cities that come to mind is Detroit, Newark, Camden, Paterson. Yeah, a lot of those cities just went down the tubes. So here we have a stop sign, 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. A lot of comments I get is, you know, Paterson is a dump. Paterson is a war zone. And I'm actually in what many people would consider one of the worst areas of Paterson. Now, if anybody Googles pictures of a war zone and compare it to what we're seeing right now, you're going to see a big difference. By no means is this a war zone. And if you picture a dump where you got mounds and mounds of garbage with those birds, what are they called? There's some birds that fly around in these garbage dumps, right? With those and a lot of toxicity all over the place, you know, you Google a picture of a dump site, you'll see that there's just no comparison. I mean, people will call Paterson a dump and people will call Paterson a war zone, but that's just people that, you know, don't live here. People that don't live here. Or just people that hate Paterson in general. But the good thing is this town is alive and well, and it's not perfect, but it's also not the worst place on earth to live. Where am I? Let's see. We are Lawrence Street and Mercer Street. Now this area isn't as bad as I thought it was. Was that a rolling stop? Sure was. Okay, we have a park there. We have kids playing in the park. And we got people hanging around in the park, just chilling. just chilling. We're back on Rosa Parks Boulevard. A lot of what's been in the news with some more of your more recent murders were centered around this area here, Rosa Parks. Especially a big shooting a few years ago. I don't remember the name of the young girl. I'm sorry, the name escapes me at the moment. But that occurred here on Rosa Parks Boulevard as well. But this is, again, one of your worst neighborhoods, one of your worst wards. We're on Montgomery and Rosa Parks. And all I see right now are people who are going places, driving around. Adults, I guess, coming or going from work. I'm just glad it's a beautiful day today. We're going to make a right-hand turn here on Lafayette. I don't want the video to go too long. I don't like to make really long videos. I realize that people's time is important. And everyone's busy. We're all busy doing things. So I really appreciate you guys stopping and watching my videos. Here we have another fruit stand. Again, it's not a dump and it's not a war zone. This is a fruit stand. Of course, we know that famous spot right there. This is a place, like I said before, that I hung out at a lot with friends. We'd catch a baseball game, you know, we'd pick sides and we'd do a baseball game, or depending on the season, we'd play football. And of course, in those days, there wasn't a care in the world. And then when it was really, really hot, we'd look for a fire hydrant. And you know what? That was like going down the shore. We'd get that fire hydrant, and that's it. Those hot days until the fire department would come and turn it off. So to conclude this video, I am going to stop at the entrance to school number 26.